today I get to introduce a really fun project that we've been working on. This is a beer that we have called Tarubicue. Tarubicue is kind of an interesting thought that turned into an even better beer. It's as the label, it is a tart honey ale with peaches, pineapples, and rosemary, which sounds like some pretty just fun ingredients and a tasty beer, and that it is, but it's so much more than that because this beer actually went through so many processes that we actually grilled and smoked peaches. And then we put those peaches into the beer, into this tart honey ale, and we let the smoked peaches ferment in the beer. And then we took half of that product, half of that beer, and then we grilled some pineapple, and we added fresh pineapple, and we added fresh peaches. And so we actually had two separate groups of this beer, a smoked peaches that was just fermenting with these smoked peaches in this base beer. And then we had this other beer with these fresh pineapples and fresh peaches. And then we actually blended the two of them together to make this incredibly, incredibly complex, interesting, but beautiful beer. Like, this is the perfect beer to have next to your barbecue. Like if I'm out grilling, this is the kind of beer that I'm gonna want next to my barbecue. Now, let's actually get into it. Good sound right up front. So just pouring that right away, I can see it's got this really nice like golden color to it, almost like a little bit golden straw. Nose on it is absolutely fantastic. There's so much happening. Like I can smell it, and I get like a hint of the smoke, but I also get a lot of like fresh, like tropical juice. Like the pineapple is really, really prominent, but that smoke actually has this really almost like kind of like a savory type aroma to it, where you get this the peaches, but the peaches come through in almost like a smoky, savory way. Oh yeah. Right up front, the smoke hits like right away. It's got this really nice kind of like strong, fresh, smoky taste to it. Like not necessarily what I would think of in like when people will refer to like smoky beers, that they're like almost like peaty or reminiscent of like of Scotch, but this is kind of like a fresh, like almost like a campfire type smoke, where it's got this like almost real calming presence to it. But there's just so much juice. Like right up front, I smell so much pineapple, but then I taste a lot of the smoke. And so it's got this like really great balance. Like I really want this beer next to a grill with like some really, really good barbecue. Like this is the kind of beer where I may not want to try to pair it opposite. I want to match this flavor because I think it's just gonna pop all of those flavors as well. It's definitely gonna help that barbecue, that like the sweet and savory from like a really good barbecue sauce is also gonna come through here. That little bit of that tangy, like it's gonna be a nice, really nice balance. So this is something that I would definitely want to drink right next to a barbecue while the grill's fired up. And the real interesting thing here is that with this beer, we finished it with rosemary. So it has this like real slight hint of like some like earthy herb to it. So it's really nice where it's not just fruit, like smoky, tangy fruit. It's got this nice, like subtle balance to it that you get right at the very end. Yeah, it's delicious.